How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here. It's time for another episode of the X-Files. Diving into episode 18 of this season. Yeah, not a lot of episodes left to go now of this season. So, yeah, it's just crazy that we're about to conclude things for season 1. And last time out, we had one of the best episodes of season 1, I would say. Yeah. Definitely deepens things, I guess you could say, with Deep Throat and Mulder's connection, especially with the fact that there is now that lacking of trust, really. But it was just really, really fantastic stuff, and even getting a little bit of lore in regards to Deep Throat's past. So, although of course, it might be subjective. Two truths and a lie and all of that. So, yeah. But I'm excited to get into this episode. So why don't we get into this episode of The X-Files? It's episode 18 of this season. Let's go.
Get on the horn, let him know we can release the hook and ladder in 5 minutes.
Want you to rise. Rise up and heal.
What the hell are you doing?
I don't think it works like that, kid.
1 inch back of the truck.
Nah! What the hell? Damn! He woken Anakin Skywalker!
The woman on the table has a malignant tumor on her spine. This boy here is going to attempt to heal her by simply laying his hands on her.
Oh, so it's not just the dead.
He came in from the regional.
Just given the atmosphere on that tape and this, they did a Simpsons episode based on this. I think it was Bart that he was able, or people thought he was able to cure miracles and all of that. So yeah. And then I think there was a scientific way to explain why. So through all of these little bits and pieces, especially after his Millhouse got, like, considering the fact that he healed his vision and all of that, and then he just end up getting knocked down by a car and all of that. So yeah. But I'm sure they did a Simpsons episode based on something similar to this, so...
With a medical background to assist local police in the investigation. I know this isn't an X-file.
When do we leave for Tennessee?
Nah, he's convinced. Mysterious. Very, very, very mysterious.
Boy joined the act. He's got himself a Cadillac for every day of the week. Bought forward
Miracle
money that should
kid.
be used to improve our roads and schools.
People want to believe, you know?
99% of the people in this world...
He's low-key looking at Scully there when he said that.
Sooner or later, you know we will.
The deceased family does not want her grave disturbed.
Hang on.
Is he the one in the beginning?
Family.
We were her family.
Because I think that's grafted on skin or something?
What do you do about getting your caddy towed?
I mean, he couldn't run forever, I guess.
You have to charge the boy murder.
Well, what more do you want? The boy's practically giving himself up.
He's probably tired. Yeah.
All that.
Saves God the trouble.
The trouble of what?
Humbling the guilty sinner.
Guilty of
No.
murder?
No. You...
The pain you have regarding a brother or a sister.
Oh, hells.
It's never been healed.
Is this some kind of a trick?
Oh, hells.
No trick, man. Sister quite young.
Oh my god.
Took her away.
Yeah, now Mulder's just like
Strangers.
bamboozled.
Bright light.
Sheriff.
You should have come here earlier. Chance I could have healed your pain.
Without bail.
Judge, that is not a good idea.
Samuel!
Let me go and it'll be on your head.
Enough.
Jeez, he's really downing himself.
Is that understood?
Oi.
Yes, sir.
Lovely. Oh my god. This is the sign of the devil. Hey, Shadow, it's me, the devil. I love you.
Tree. And this area is an agricultural smorgasbord for this type of infestation.
Yeah, but in a courtroom?
cornfield. This happened in a courtroom.
Yeah.
So what's next? Slaying of the firstborn?
You help.
Samuel's being tried for murder. I think what you need is a good lawyer.
Samuel is innocent.
Well, how can you be sure of that?
Because he's my son.
Somehow,
that's not-
I don't think that argument will work on a jury.
Yeah, that's not going to be valid enough, bud.
Won't help much either.
That's why I'm asking you to be there tonight so you could see for yourself Samuel
So you can
doing
believe.
God's work. Can I count on you both together?
I think
No,
so.
that's not his-
Mulder, what do you think?
Excuse me.
That's... Are we seeing his sister?
Who, Jessica Hahn?
A little girl.
Interesting. I mean, he was the one that brought up his sister.
Man. I'm a preacher's son. That's my gift. With all the preaching in the world, could
He's
never
the
equal
he's the
small
advertisement.
ear and consult.
And he is here tonight to heal you.
Ladies and
You got
gentlemen,
testimony there.
Soldier.
What the heck? So we're definitely we're definitely resolving this by season's end, right? About his sister.
Get an ambulance!
All right, don't panic now. Just praise the Lord.
And call 911. This is not looking good for Sam. Honestly, if I was Sam, I would just, like... Aside from being arrested and all of that, I would just retire from this game completely.
Some kind of embolism or aneurysm.
The boy only touched her forehead.
And are you going to be content to bury her without knowing the true cause of death?
Ooh, Scully.
Without knowing if there was foul play involved?
Give me a
Damn.
moment.
Good on Scully, though.
Scripture. And God never lets the devil steal the show.
You must have really liked The Exorcist.
One of my favorite movies.
Come on, guys. Look at them. Look at them.
Or injection of sodium or potassium cyanide, maybe arsenic. I won't know exactly until I run a toxicology screen on her.
How soon?
What?
Labs won't be open till morning.
So someone,
See what you can
like...
push to get it done as soon as possible.
Is it that guy with, like... That Sam saved? Because... That's it. Foul play could be involved. And someone could easily try to... ruin Sam.
Alive? Is that what I'm supposed to believe, or is this
Oh, hell.
a trick?
Oh, hells. Oh.
Trick of the devil?
No. 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 Stop damning... Stop damning yourself.
Got some company for you, Sam.
Oh, shit. Really? You're a piece of shit. Oi.
The preacher boy. He's dead.
They gone and killed him? What the fuck?
He was alone in his cell when Mulder left him this morning. How could this have happened?
What the
Boy
fuck?
started a fight. A couple of...
Blessed. He never hurt a soul.
Come on now, Reverend. Our friends will be finding out about Samuel sooner than later, and well, it's probably best if they hear
That's...
from you.
Oh, what if he... Nah, I'm suspicious about him.
What does it mean?
In the air vents? Yeah.
Let's find out.
Someone stuffed a bunch of, locusts in the,
They killed you.
I was dead. But here I am.
No!
Why did you betray me?
He's a force ghost. There we go.
After I gave you back your life.
You call this life?
So you're resentful because he didn't let you stay dead?
What? You're under arrest.
I betrayed you.
Wait.
There's no way to tell him what he's
Shit!
It's too late. We have to get him to the hospital ourselves.
I thought, why did
He's gonna die.
Me?
Shit, he's dead. Yeah.
Rather than simply...
Sheriff Daniels just called. Samuel's body's missing from the morgue.
What? Unless he's getting brought back.
She claims she saw Samuel walking out by himself. Sounds crazy, I know, but...
Shit!
Coming, Sheriff?
No way! So Samuel's alive! He had that moment where he was a force ghost.
And going over the night orders for
It's kind of like unfinished business before you get back into your body.
Right by me.
Work's not done.
Here's to check the morgue, and his body was gone.
I don't believe this. This is insane. I'm not going to listen to any more of this woman's crazy talk.
Well, where's the body?
Saw him, Sheriff.
Where's the body,
So I know
Sheriff?
I'm not crazy. Other people saw him too.
I'm gonna have to ask you to come with me. District Attorney wants to ask you some questions concerning the boy's death.
Well, well, well. You thought you could run!
I think people are looking hard for miracles. So hard that maybe they make themselves see what they want to see.
Guess that's it, though. Like that. We're definitely seeing his sister by the ending of this, for legit. Maybe even a flashback, given the fact that we're seeing his sister, but I don't imagine she, unless she was somehow frozen in time, never to age and all of that. I doubt she'll be that age when we do see her. Like I said, it's not a matter on if, it's a matter of when. So, we are closing towards the end of the season. But, yeah. So, oh heck. Yeah, like I said, from the very, very beginning, once we kind of got into the nitty-gritty of it in the present day, you kind of expected, or for me, I was kind of subscribing my mind to that Simpsons episode, which I'm sure it was based around this episode, considering this would have came out first. Because things went really poorly for Bart, like I said. Probably not to the extremes that this episode showcased, but still enough to have a knock in confidence, like it did for Sam. So, yeah, but it was just really, really interesting stuff in regards to how things went. Because I thought, okay, well, that's it. He's not coming back. So, and yet there seemingly is the indication that Sam did come back. So, yeah, unfinished business. Because, of course, he got to Vance, and then he got to that, towards the end of the episode, he got, to the sheriff. So, although obviously one of the deputies did pick up the sheriff, but still, him coming back is apocalyptic for the sheriff, isn't it? So, it's like, well, shit, I'm fucked. But, interesting episode. I feel like with this episode, especially in regards to Mulder's sister, you can kind of get a bit of an idea of it pushing towards the finale for this season. Yeah. But we'll see how things pan out because, because you don't want them to just be random for the sake of it. So, yeah, but obviously that was a plot element we started this season of, in regards to the fact that a catalyst for Mulder's character and his, fascination into the great unknown, involved his sister as well. So, yeah, But yeah, it was just really, really, it was interesting stuff. Not a bad episode, I would say. Yeah, like I said, I did have kind of familiarities with this episode in terms of a Simpsons episode. But, I mean, obviously, when it comes to the idea of faith healing and all of that, it's not exactly a phenomenon that's, you know, never heard of before and all of that. I know it's quite it does have a bit of notoriety, I would say, but yeah, I mean, I would also say that given this kid and all of that, and this like little tent, this religious aspect, I was thinking, oh god, it reminds me of that Simpsons episode. And then just to further it, of course, but you kind of expect things to go wrong, obviously, with Sam being the focus, being the, I guess, supernaturally focused kind of character, right? So yeah, so it was, yeah, it was going to be very interesting to explore that. But it was also very interesting to explore why things went wrong. Of course, you teased religious aspects in this, which, yeah, I mean, that really got a heavy dosage in this in terms of, like, bringing viewers to kind of acknowledge, you know, your Christianity and all of that. Really, I guess I could say for the, I don't know. You think back to episode 14 and all of that, with the Amish people, yeah. But there's also, but I think with this one, this definitely presses heavily to religious aspects, especially in terms of, you know, power of God is, you know, granted Sam this gift, and when things go to hell, of course, things got tainted. You know, God's against, like the devil has been let in, and yeah, so obviously that wasn't the case. With the fact that Vance decided to take matters into his own hands, and I guess the sheriff was a secondary villain in this episode. So see, it does feel a little bit of a stretch to call. I don't know, because he did get people killed, did Vance? So I guess villain does have a bit of aptness to it. However, I'm also just thinking about the fact that there is a bit of a layer in terms of his character because of the fact that he did not like being brought back. You know, having the skin peeled from him and all of that, as we saw in the beginning. So yeah, and he just has no, like, he just feels like he should have been dead, should have stayed dead. So yeah. But the sheriff, of course, was absolutely repulsive, but he was very antagonistic towards this whole idea that Sam has this gift. It was, oh, it's just a show and all of that. And there comes a sense of sorrow to that whole saga as well, because of the fact that I think it was his wife who would have benefited from Sam's ability, but the sheriff thought that it was all just an act of fraud and all that jazz. So yeah, and in doing, in keeping those beliefs, I guess, or lack of, should I say, you could, you know, argue the idea that he restricted his partner from getting the help that she could need, but. Yeah, I mean, she could have been a casualty. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was just very interesting. It was kind of sad as well for Sam in terms of feeling like he was a liability, feeling like he was the key responsibility to all of this. So, and not just that though, but he, I mean, I guess what happened to that woman with I think it was her with the cancer and all of that died, and that got him, that sent him off the deep end and all of that, because 20 minutes later she did die. It is just sad seeing him just regress, really. So, but there's also kind of sadness for all of these characters, I would say. So, yeah. Because of the fact that, again, there are layers to Vance's character in terms of, not to, justify what he did, but he hates the fact that he is back. So, it made sense that he would end his own life, ultimately. So, yeah. But yeah, it was, it was very, very interesting to go into this episode and see how things played out, really. So, yeah. And I was wondering how things were gonna, go down, because we didn't get an explanation to his abilities. Nothing to kind of indicate, okay, well, his powers stem from... It's just hunches at the end of the day. So... And, of course, when you're... I mean, you could have a scientific explanation to things, like I think Mulder did try to rationalize in regards to Sam's abilities. But, of course, there was this whole belief, and you don't want to kind of try to tamper with someone's... Like, especially if they are convinced that, this extraordinary ability comes from the Lord himself and all of that. You don't want to tamper the idea of, they didn't come from God, because otherwise you might be veering onto a path of saying, well, God's not real. Which would be kind of, given the fact that there are all of these things out there, aliens and all of that, suddenly we're starting to draw, okay, well, God can't be real. Yeah. So, it would be kind of eerie, wouldn't it, to just, insinuate that. So, but again, there was no explanation to Sam's abilities. But it was very interesting to see how things played out. I did kind of see, because by the end of the episode, I think you could kind of see the kind of Jesus parallels there would be with Sam's character. Miracle worker, who... got into a lot of trouble and a lot of, they got punished, really, both Jesus and Sam, to the point of death, because of the fact that, of course, that sheriff set those two people onto Sam. And then he came back. So, with no explanation, it's so bizarre, isn't it? So, there are quite a few Jesus parallels to Sam's character, which is, I guess it does make sense as well. It's not just done for, oh, look, it's these parallels, without any kind of, I guess, background and all of that. Because, of course, there was this whole idea that, he's got these gifts from the Lord, so, yeah. But it was something that I did pick up towards the end, obviously, when you had the final, I guess, nail in the coffin, ironically, would be the whole idea that he came back. So but again, there's no explanation of how he came back. So there is quite the unknown terrain when it comes to Sam's abilities and all of that. So, yeah. It was just very interesting as well, some of the shots. Like, when they tried to bring up the bodies and all of that, you had all of those people led by Vance, who objected with what Mulder and Scully were doing. But it kind of looked horror-esque as well. So, just with the background shots and all of that, and it was kind of like, I don't know, something you'd expect from Resident Evil or something like that. So, I've been on a bit of a binge with Resident Evil games as of late, so there's a little bit of recency reference there, so that I have to utilize. But it kind of did remind me of something zombie-esque and all of that. So, yeah. yeah, it was a very interesting episode to go into. Good. So yeah, obviously I'd say it takes a couple of steps down from last week's episode. But yeah. I'd even draw a parallel, I would say, in regards to what Mulder saw in this episode with his sister. May have kind of paralleled to Beyond the Sea with Scully, especially when it came to her dad. So yeah, as well as, but of course there is a small bit of differences, but when you've got to consider through what was being told to Scully and all of that, as if they were messages being sent and all of that from beyond the grave, from her dad. You've got these kind of like, not messages per se, but like these little hints and all of that, in regards to Sam potentially portraying images of Mulder's sister to fruition, and we don't even know what has exactly happened to her. Like I said, I dare say that she is what Mulder saw in terms of the age and all of that, because years would have passed and all of that. So yeah, but still, it goes back to it's you know, the last image he saw really of her, I would imagine. So yeah, he has no present day reference to go off on. So yeah, but yeah, it was just it was just really, really, you know, interesting to go into this episode with a few unknowns on, you know, what has actually happened to Sam and his, you know, abilities and all of that. So yeah, because again, you can put that up to question, really, kind of like with the Simpsons episode, because again, everyone thought that Bart was had these miraculous abilities and all of that, and I think I haven't seen the episode in quite some time, but I think they kind of brushed it up to some kind of scientific you know, workaround in terms of how this happened and how that happened. So yeah, so what was it, Homer got the bucket stuck on his head, and I can't remember. Again, it's been a while, but I think they kind of rationalized some kind of scientific logic rather than, okay, well, Bart's got, you know, powers from the Lord and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, some good stuff with this episode. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!